My mic audio is terrible and I can't fix that, but I can give you a very good review of Skyhill. Skyhill is a point-and-click RPG survival game where you start at the penthouse of an apartment complex named Skyhill. You have to make your way from the penthouse down 100 flights of monster-infested stairs so you can exit the building. As of me recording this, the game is on sale for $1.49 until May 27th, 2021. To give you the quickest answer as to whether the game is worth getting, I think it is, but I wouldn't buy it unless it were on sale. It's normally $14.99, which is pretty cheap among video games. But it's not worth it, and if I said it was, I'd be lying. That being said, if you want to buy it to support the developers at full price or even just the shortened price, that would be good, because I believe that the developers seriously worked hard on this game, even if it is with, how shall we say, a couple flaws. I'm going to go into greater detail about the game, but don't worry, I am trying to leave spoilers out of this. I don't know too much about the story, because I had to hurry to beat the game to make this video to upload it before the sale ends. So, I will say this about the story though. In the trailers, it makes it look like a gameplay-oriented game. But the developers clearly did try their best to make an interesting story with very little. I will say that there are 3 endings in this game. I have only gotten one, and it has made me want to play the game again. The basic mechanics of the game are like this. There are 100 floors in Skyhill. Every floor has a stairwell, a room to the left, and a room to the right. You can move up and down using the stairwell. You can explore both rooms, assuming they are unlocked, and hopefully you find resources. Sometimes you won't. Sometimes you'll find enemies, and sometimes you'll find enemies guarding resources. I'm not going to spoil what the enemies look like, minus the basic zombies. I want the surprise of what monsters actually look like to be a surprise. They get a little more in detail as you go further down and find further deformed creatures. Now, the game has a food meter and a health meter. The health meter is pretty self-explanatory. If it reaches 0 points, you die. And in this game, once you die, it is permadeath. Your save is deleted, and you'll have to start the game all over again. Fortunately, the further you get down, you unlock perks that you can use when you start a new game. The food meter is a pretty simple concept as well. Every time you move to another room or go up or down a flight of stairs, you lose 1 food point. If the food points run out, then you will start losing health when you move instead. The food points can also be used to heal yourself when you sleep in the game. I'm going to show you a clip of the combat in this game, and I think it's going to sum it up pretty well. It doesn't get much more involved than it looks like right there. And it's pretty repetitive, but that is okay. I don't think you need to have interesting combat if you have combat. Look at the Silent Hill games. They did great, and this game actually has a lot of similarities to Silent Hill, to my surprise. I think if the game worked more so on using that Silent Hill-like aspect of it, and invented more strange monsters for you to fight, that would be good. And they do actually have a good amount of enemy variation. Not just like the enemies have more or less health, but the enemies are different and they make me want to act different. An example of what I mean by you strategize differently around them is, for example, this enemy that I showed you here. I call them zombies. I don't know what their actual name is. They stab you, you stab them, but eventually they sometimes run away and you'll have to find and kill them later sometimes. They're the only enemy in the game that runs away from you. This is like just a very specific example, and I don't want to spoil another one of them, but it's this kind of uniqueness. A lot of them do boil down to just having more health or doing more damage. But there's always some sort of rule about them that makes them different than all the others. I'm running out of time to record these and tell you about the game, so I'm just going to finish off with this. I did enjoy playing this game. There's a lot of content I haven't gone over. I only beat it on normal mode. I don't know what changes, the different difficulties, and I think that I will play this on my own for myself. I don't think I'm going to publish anything because my reactions to it weren't too interesting, but it is a fun game. It's a good sort of kind of like brain sweeper or whatever it's called. It's a good pastime type thing, and it's very low end in terms of its requirements. So there's that, and it's really cheap for right now. That's all I've got to say. Goodbye, ladies and gentlemen.